All right, folks, what is going on? Back with another video, and we're going to talk about the Nintendo Direct. We had a lot of stuff going on for the past 8-10 days. I mean, it's been a phenomenal week for gaming, and this is a really good time to be in tuned. And I don't talk too much Nintendo stuff, but I do want to talk about this Nintendo Direct because it was some games on here that was actually pretty, interesting for me. So I want to talk about that. So if this is your first time here, welcome. I talk about gaming and everything under that umbrella. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I really would appreciate it. All right, with that being said, Nintendo Direct June 2026. Every announcement, game reveal, and trailer. Shout out to NintendoLife.com. I went to this website to check out what they got. And let's see, we're going to go through everything that has happened. First and foremost, the first thing that they showed, I remember, was Rhythm Heaven Groove. Now, Rhythm Heaven Groove was a game that my son was talking about. This is a game that he really likes. And I'm not going to go through all the, the trailers or whatever. I'm just going to talk about the games. But this is a game that challenges your rhythm, single player. My son is a big fan of Parappa the Rapper. So this is a game that he would want. I find it pretty interesting as well. But yeah, this is something that I'm probably going to play with him because it's 30 co-op modes in it as well. So 30 co-op games. But yeah, I'm gonna be playing this with him. Only Mystery Way of the Sword. We talked about this in other showcases that they had, so it's not much to talk about there. But the game is coming out on the Switch too, so that's pretty interesting. What else they had? Dragon's Dogma: Dark Arisen. Now I don't know much about the Dark Arisen side. I know the first one had Dark Arisen. Is this like an update or something? I saw the trailer of this earlier, and I was like, okay, is this like an expansion? Because that's how they did the first one. So it's coming out on the Switch 2 for October 9th. So that's pretty awesome that that's coming out. And based on what it says the latest game in the Dragon Dogma series come with new content. Okay, so it is an expansion, I guess. Experience Capcom dynamic action RPG together with your pawn companions and venture into an all new Norrigan region where the relic expedition cycle from Dragon's Dogma, Dark Arisen makes a return. Now, see, this is the thing. I remember playing the first one. I haven't played the second one yet. I bought the second one. I haven't played it yet. But the first one was really solid. It was one of my favorite games, on the PS3. And yeah, it's a pretty solid game. So yeah, I'm probably going to check that out, but not on the Switch too. But yeah, Stellar Blade is coming to the Switch too. That's pretty awesome. Stellar Blade should be everywhere. It's a pretty solid game. So there's not much to talk about there. Orbitals, I don't know much about this. This is a game I'm not really interested in, but nevertheless, it is a co-op game, which is kind of interesting that it's co-op. If my son is into it, I'll probably pick it up. Rayman Legend Retold. Now, this is a game I'm buying off the rip. My son is he already wants his game. We talked about this on the other showcases that they had. He's a huge Rayman fan, so definitely gonna be picking that up. And I think the game looks pretty good based on what I've seen. It's pretty dope. Big Walk, not interested. I'm just gonna pass by that. Not interested in that at all. One Piece Gourmet. This is a game that I know my wife will probably play. This kind of reminded me of those games that you see on your phone or tablet where you get to build a restaurant and feed people. Like my wife plays that all the time. So it comes out for the Switch One. So I'll probably be, buying this on the Switch One and let her play it because she doesn't too much play like, like games on the Switch, but I have one right here, so I'll use this Switch One so she can play that game. So I think this is a game that she will like. It's pretty cool. Pokemon Co Pokopia DLC. I'm not a big fan of Pokemon, so whatever. Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave. That does look interesting, but I never got into the Fire Emblem games. Maybe one day. I'm not saying it's bad or good or whatever the case may be. Ninjala 2 the Uncharted Planet. That comes out in spring 2027. I don't know much about this one either, but it did look interesting when I seen it. I might have to look some more into this. I got till 2027 to get into it so I can look. DK challenge, they got all type of different things you can do with DK. It started today if you want to get into that. But yeah, it's a limited time, so you got to get into it if you want to. So it basically says for a limited time only on Switch 2. Take challenge of Donkey Kong Bonanza and other select Donkey Kong Nintendo Classics via Nintendo Switch Online. Active Nintendo Switch Online members can earn collectible digital challenge cards. I don't know what you could do with them, but hey, it's there. Barrel through these limited time challenges starting later today until September 1st. So you got a pretty good bit of time to play this. That's not too bad. But yeah, I just don't like limited stuff though. Jujutsu Kaisen Rumble. I don't know much about this. I'm gonna leave that one alone. But Survivors, they made this game. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm not interested. Lords of the Fallen 2. We saw this on another showcase. It's cool to see that come to the Switch too. That's pretty awesome. Liza P Complete Edition. Now this is pretty awesome for Switch fans. Like this is a game that you're gonna get August 2nd. I mean, sorry, August 6th, 2026. This is pretty cool that you're going to be able to get this. I'm pretty sure it's coming out on other platforms as well. Liza P is a game that's in my backlog, and I've heard nothing but great things about it. And I'm gonna have to jump on this at some point. I got a few games in front of this as far as my backlog goes, but it's something I'm gonna have to get into. Devil May Cry Hunter, Devil Hunters Edition. We played this on live stream. Devil May Cry 5 is awesome. What does the Devil Hunter Edition entails? Let's find out. Dive headfirst into the game's signature blend of high octane action and otherworldly original characters, including Dante, rival fan favorite Virgil as a playable character. It doesn't say. I guess it is all the 60 frames per second TV mode, handheld mode. That's pretty interesting that they're gonna run for 60 frames per second on TV and handheld mode. I take it that the resolution is gonna be down a little bit, but because yeah. But we'll see how it goes. People can play it on the Switch. Murasama Revenant Blades. I don't know much about this. I do know something about the Murasama series. I think that game was on the Wii. I just never got into it. 2027. Maybe I may just give it a look and see how that goes, but I'm not sure. Xenoblade Edition. Now this is pretty cool. You getting all. Wait a minute. Let's go back for a second. Sorry. So with this, you're going with Murasama. You're going to get this in 4K visuals, English voiceover. Oh, that's pretty cool. They're gonna have that. Okay. Xenoblade Switch 2 editions. I think you get all three. Now this is pretty cool. Now me, I only played the first one on the Wii, and I never really got into the second or the third one. This may be something I may jump into because I want to play. I do want to finish this series because I did get to start it at one point. I just never went back to it. I mean, the Wii U and playing on the Wii U, that was kind of like, just it was a drag at times. And it did come out on the Switch, but my son plays the Switch, but he's downstairs right now with the Switch 2. I literally have the Switch 1 in my possession now because he's on the Switch 2. So I may go back and play the first one, but these are Switch 2 editions. So I may have to steal my son's Switch 2 at some point. you know? So Xenoblade Genesis 2027. So if I play all three of those, I may be able to play those three in time to play this. Because I am a Xenoblade fan. I just, just game logs and backlogs. It's just I can't keep up with everything, and that sucks. But I need to do better. Um, I would love to see how this is going to play out as a new beginning of the series. It's not a prequel. It's coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 exclusively in 2027, and Nintendo Switch Sports Resort. Yeah, whatever, right? They did have some cool looking stuff on here, but yeah, party game basically. RuneScape, Dragon Wilds. I think we saw this somewhere else. Was this on another showcase? I can't remember, but it's not my thing. But yeah, Hello Kitty Party Land. Not interested. Absolutely not. Star Fox, absolutely interested, and I am buying this. And the free demo is out right now. So later on after this recording, when my son's not playing this Switch 2, I'm gonna be playing this because yeah, he's just gonna have to play his PS5. He's gonna have to do something else because I'm gonna play this demo, and I may put that up on the channel, some of the gameplay. So definitely buying this. This is a day one purchase. I've been waiting for over almost going on 2 decades on trying to get a new Star Fox. Definitely playing this. Final Fantasy Resonance. Now this is a game that I was interested in. This is like a 2D game, 3D 2D game, HD 2D. That's what it is. I'm gonna get into it. Like right now, I'm playing Final Fantasy 7. I added that to my games rotation. So I do want to play this. I think this comes out when October 22nd. I got plenty of time to get ready for this. It comes out for the Switch and Switch 2, so that's pretty cool. I cannot pronounce this. I'm sorry. Pikanuku 2. I'm not interested in this, so I'm just gonna keep moving. Dragon Quest Monsters. Now I think this is going to be a pretty neat game. I'm a big Dragon Quest fan as well. Dragon Quest 8, Dragon Quest 11. Those are my two favorite. I know there's other ones out there, but Those are two that I like. But the Withered World, this looks like a pretty neat game. I may try this out. Um, let's see what's next. Dust Bloods, we knew about this. It's actually coming out in 2026, which is interesting. I don't know if that may be pushed back, but this is like one of those big time AAA games that's actually going to be exclusive to the Switch. So that's going to be pretty cool. Step into a PvE multiplayer action from Software. You take a role of a blood sworn, fight through the world overrun with enemies using unique weapons and abilities while occasionally forming transient alliances to your path to victory. I heard a lot of people say they're hyped about this game. It's okay, I guess. I'm not, I just want to see how well it does because I'm not, I just shrug my shoulders, right? Splatoon Raiders. Now, this is a game that I want to try as well. So right now, like I said, the ones I mentioned that I want to try, the Xenoblades of the world, the Dragon Quest, those games. But this Splatoon Raiders, the only reason why I want to try this because this is a single player, and I do love the Splatoon series for what it is. But for them to have their own little single player focused game, it does give you a little spin off of what they can do. And I really want to try this. So it comes out July 23rd? Definitely maybe picking that up. Um, let's see. Deltarune, I saw a lot of people in the chat are happy because this game is coming out. I don't know much about it. Deltarune Chapter 5, I don't know much about it. Maybe I need to get back into looking at more Nintendo stuff. I don't know if this exclusive. I don't know nothing about it, but people were extremely hyped about this game, so that's interesting. Metaphor Refantasio, I think I said it right, November 12th. I don't know much about this game either. It's just one of those things where you don't really get into the Switch that much. For me, it's like my son's console, so it's a few games that I do want to play, and I play for every now and then. But yeah, I don't know much about this one. Minecraft 2026, is this like some update or something? Are they finally bringing it to Switch 2? It's not much to talk about there. Achillia, what it says? Achillia, Kiara. I think I said that right. Karia. The Night Kingdom and Guide of Memories. This is a fantasy alchemy, a vast fantasy alchemy RPG of memories and discovery. Oh, it comes out of 2027, made by Koei Tecmo. Okay. Warhammer 40,000. We already know about that. That game's already out. Observer System Redux. I might need to look at this trailer and see what this is about. I don't know much about this one. Um, let's see. Nintendo Switch version of Observer System Redux gives player unprecedented freedom and experience in this modern classic. Players will be able to enjoy the game anywhere, anytime, playing in handheld mode or dock to experience the game in its highest visual fidelity. This new version of the game also supports the mouse feature of Joy-Con 2 controllers, as well as optional motion controls for even deeper immersion. Okay. DayZ, that's coming. Okay, DayZ's an older game. Metal Gear Solid Master Chief Collection Volume 2. I am extremely happy that these two games are going to be off the PlayStation 3. Now, Peace Walker is a PSP game. It came to the PS3. And Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots just been locked to the PS3 for way too long. So it's good to see this being on different platforms. That's pretty dope. Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider today, the 20th celebration. So what, all three games are going to be on the Switch too? I wonder how well these games are going to run on that. These are some great games. I highly recommend you picking these up if you haven't already. What do you miss? You missing out. Tales of Eternity Remastered. I think this is a part of the Tales series. This is coming out in October 16th. Okay. Snow Runner. I love racing games. I love driving games, but this is not it for me. I've never been a fan of the Snow Runner game. Fitness boxing. Yeah, I'm on fitness. I like the workout, but no, I'm good. Everbloom Spring 2027. No idea what that is. I don't care. Final Fantasy 14 online. Is that 14? Yeah, 14 online. August 2026. People are gonna love playing that on the Switch too. That's gonna be a thing. It says 30 million people are already playing it. You see that? So it's gonna be a thing. Kingdom Hearts 1 through 3. Now, I am not a fan of Kingdom Hearts. I ain't gonna say I'm not a fan. I just never got into Kingdom Hearts, even all the way back on the PlayStation 2 days. I always said yay, but I just never picked it up. I don't know if this is going to be the chance for me to jump into it. I don't know, because you got all these three coming out October 8th. Then you turn around and got Kingdom Hearts 4. That's going to be announced. I don't know that may be a 2028 game, guys. But nevertheless, you still have a lot to play with these first three if you haven't played them already. And if you haven't played them, it's going to hold up a lot of your time. So, um, and last but not least, I mean, come on, man. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is supposed to come out this year. And that's pretty dope that it's coming out this year. And this is supposed to be like a remake. I don't think it's gonna be a remaster. The way it looks like it's gonna be absolutely a remake, and I think it's gonna be awesome. Ocarina of Time is one of those great games on the N64 that you must have, and it is no doubt. I remember playing this when I was younger on my N64. Me and my mom used to play it. It's a great game. I wonder how she would think about this if she's seen this. I don't know. My mom's a little bit older. She may not be into games as deep as a Zelda game. She's probably one of the ones that want to play that game that I showed you that you had to build and feed people, like that other game I showed you about earlier. But yeah, but nevertheless, that's pretty much it. That's all the games. Um, I think this is going to be a pretty good year for Nintendo. Honestly, I think it's a pretty good year for gaming in general. I mean, look, you have a lot of stuff going on. Xbox is doing their thing. Sony did a great job with their showcase. You still have the summer games, fast when you look at all games on multi-platforms. It's a really good time to get in gaming, and I know the prices of consoles are crazy, but if you're this far in, you probably should have some console or sort. If not, go to the pawn shop and get one, or just build a PC because you're going to be able to get some form of great entertainment and great gaming wherever you play nowadays. I mean, it's just that good. But yeah, I just wanted to run that by you guys, and yeah, this was pretty awesome seeing all the stuff that's going on with these companies, and look like gaming is really doing a good job. So with that being said, I'm gonna get up out of here. I hope you guys made it this far and you enjoyed it. I really appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, y'all, I'm out. Peace.